Hello, students. How are you doing? Professor teaches. We are proceeding with Microsoft Word 2021. We are going to have a look at the Office Workspace basics. Basic Windows elements, exploring Office Backstage, working with the ribbon, customizing the quick access toolbar, working with key tips using the status bar. Without wasting time,
welcome to Professor Teaches Office Workspace Basics. This chapter introduces window elements and program features common to Microsoft Office applications. In this chapter, you will learn about Office window elements, such as the ribbon, Microsoft Office Backstage, and the status bar. You will see how to use the File menu to access Backstage, customize the Quick Access toolbar, and use key tips. The programs in the Microsoft Office system share many common features. During this chapter, you will learn about these features using the Word program. Keep in mind that most of these features are also applicable to Excel, PowerPoint, Access, and other Office applications. For your convenience, the Word program and a Word document will be opened. Let's begin by taking a quick look at the elements of the Word window. Later in this chapter, you will learn about these features in more detail. The title bar appears at the top of the window and displays the name of the open document. The right side of the title bar contains additional options for signing into your Microsoft account, learning about upcoming features, and the Windows display options. Minimize, restore down, maximize, and close buttons. The section below the title bar is called the ribbon. The ribbon contains all of the tools and commands that are used to work with the program. The File tab is located in the top left corner of the ribbon. Clicking this tab opens the File menu and Microsoft Office Backstage, which contains commands to work with files such as opening, saving, and printing. The ribbon consists of a series of tabs. Each tab on the ribbon contains a specific set of tools related to a general task. Currently, the Home tab is displayed. Clicking another tab name opens it and displays its tools. Let's see what's in the Insert tab. The Insert tab contains tools for inserting various objects into a document. Some of the other Office programs also have an Insert tab, although the tabs in each program ribbon vary. You will work with the ribbon in more detail later in this chapter. So let's return to the Home tab. The bar at the bottom of the window is called the status bar. The left side of the status bar displays information about the current document, such as the number of pages it contains. Depending on the program and the open document, the status bar might contain other indicators. The right side of the status bar offers tools to view the window and documents in different ways. The center of the window is called the work area, and it contains the open document. Typically, only a part of your document is visible in the work area. If a document is too long to display fully, the vertical scroll bar on the right side of the work area enables you to view other areas of the document. If a document is too wide, a horizontal scroll bar appears at the bottom of the work area. To view the rest of the document, you can use the scroll bars by dragging the scroll box, clicking the up and down buttons, or clicking directly on the scroll bar. You can also use the page up and page down keys to display more of the document. Now that you've seen a quick overview of the basic window elements, let's take a closer look at each feature. Most Office programs contain the File menu, which enables you to work with files associated with the program through Office Backstage. This menu is accessible by clicking the File tab in the top left corner of the ribbon. Let's open the File menu now. The left side of the File menu contains a list of options, which are also referred to as commands. The two buttons at the bottom of the menu enable you to customize some features in Word, as well as close the Word program. Currently, the right side of the menu lists the documents that have been opened recently. This area provides a quick way to open a document. To learn more about a command and display the available options, you can click the command on the File menu. Take a look at the current document information by clicking the Info command. As you can see, the Info page in Backstage allows you to view and control higher-level properties of documents, such as authoring permissions, sharing optimization, and version control for documents. The far right pane of the Info page provides a complete list of document properties and events. Let's see the options that are available for the Share command. The Share page of Backstage provides you with all the tools you need to distribute your document. Some of the commands on the left side of the File menu open a dialog box or window of additional options. The Options dialog box allows you to view and update settings for the Office application you're running. Here, you can modify your personal information and set your preferences. Using the controls here, you can set language and proofing options, display and accessibility options, and more. With the general options selected, you change user interface, personalization, and startup settings. Let's change the theme now that you will see throughout the course. Good. Notice the change in the title bar of your user interface. Office applications provide a variety of ways to save your files. When using the Save As command, you'll see a list of storage locations and options for where to save your files, locally or cloud-based. Let's take a look. Good. You now see the Save As options, which let you choose a location to store your document. When you store locally on your computer, you'll select a folder and then name the file. Using the Save As dialog box, you will establish the file name, file type, or location. Logging into your Microsoft account allows you to sync your settings and data using the cloud. By signing in, you'll be able to share documents, photos, and other files from places like OneDrive and Flickr, as well as sync personal settings to any PC running Windows, including themes, preferences, browser favorites, and apps. In this example, you won't save the current document, so let's close the dialog box. The ribbon contains all of the tools you need to work with the program. It is designed so that all tools are easily accessible with just a few mouse clicks. The ribbon is divided into tabs, with each tab containing tools related to a specific task. Each tab is divided into groups, which also contain related tools. For example, the Font group on the Home tab offers many tools for formatting the appearance of text in the document. Tools in a group are represented by command buttons and list boxes. In Word, many tools do not become active until the insertion point is in the document or a document element, such as text or a graphic, is selected. Positioning the mouse pointer over a tool displays a screen tip. Click in front of the Great Escapes text and then read the screen tips for the tools in the font group. Clicking a button activates the command or feature associated with the button. For example, clicking the bold button applies bold formatting to the text selected in the document. Some tools contain an arrow. Clicking the arrow leads to more options. Let's see what happens when you click the arrow on the font button. This list contains all of the font choices that can be applied to text. Clicking a font name applies it and closes the list. To close the list without making a selection, you can press the Escape key. Some groups include a diagonal arrow in the lower right corner of the group name. This arrow represents the launcher, which opens a dialog box, a task pane, or a window containing a larger group of tools. Take a look at the font dialog box. The font dialog box contains all of the tools located in the font group. Some dialog boxes contain additional tools found on other tabs on the ribbon. Dialog boxes are a convenient way to access a large number of tools at once. You can also select multiple options in a dialog box and then apply them together, instead of one by one. Some launchers and command buttons open a task pane, which can remain open as you perform other tasks. For example, the launcher in the clipboard group opens the clipboard task pane. The Office clipboard is a temporary storage location for items that you have copied or cut from a document in any program. These items remain in the clipboard until you remove them or paste them into a new location. Let's take a look at the clipboard task pane. The clipboard task pane contains additional tools for working with items in the Office clipboard. Throughout this course, you will be working with other panes which contain tools for working with other tasks. Office task panes are generally displayed on either the left or right side of the window by default. You can move the pane to another location by dragging its title bar using the mouse. When you are finished working with the pane, you can close it by clicking the Close button on its title bar. Now close the clipboard task pane. You have worked with tabs that display on Word's ribbon by default, but may have noticed an additional tab when you selected the banner text. Most Office programs offer contextual tabs, which appear only when they are needed. The Great Escapes in Kenya text is contained within a text box, which is a type of shape. When clicked, Word provides an additional tab, Shape Format, to help you edit with additional tools. This tab is only available when you select the text. Let's take a look. The text box containing the Great Escapes in Kenya text is active, as indicated by its borders and handles. Because the text box is active, The Drawing Tools tab, which is named Shape Format, is now available on the ribbon. Take a look at the Shape Format tab. Good. You could now modify the text box shape using any of the tools on this tab. Some groups on the ribbon offer a selection of built-in styles and formats that you can apply to various elements on a slide. This type of group is called a gallery. For example, the Shape Styles gallery on the Format tab lets you apply different styles to the selected shape. Usually, only a few items in the gallery are visible in the group. You can use the scroll arrows in the group to view more items, or click the More button to view the entire gallery. The More button is located in the lower right corner of a gallery group. Let's take a look at the entire gallery of styles. The top section of this gallery contains the style options. The lower section contains a menu of commands related to styles and formatting. In this example, there is just one command in the lower section. Other galleries may contain several commands. Often, you can position the mouse pointer over a gallery item and see a preview of its effect on the selected element in the slide. Let's preview the first style on the top row. Notice how the text box shape in the slide changes after you move the mouse pointer over the style. The text box shape displayed a preview of the style that uses a white background and dark outline. Clicking the style in the gallery would apply the style and close the gallery. Instead of applying a style, let's close the gallery. Once the text box shape is no longer selected, the Drawing Tools Format tab will be removed from the ribbon. To deselect the text box shape, you click outside the text box. Now, just the default tabs are displayed. If the ribbon takes up too much space on your screen, you can hide it. The tab names remain visible so that you can still access the ribbon when necessary. To hide the ribbon, just double-click the name of the tab that is currently open. To redisplay the ribbon, double-click any tab name. Try this now. Good. When you work with larger documents, you will find that hiding the ribbon allows more of the document to be displayed in the work area. As you work with an Office program, you might find that you use certain tools and commands more frequently than others. The Quick Access toolbar contains buttons that activate commonly used tools and commands. Instead of locating the tool on the ribbon or file menu, you can just click its button on the Quick Access toolbar, which will display below the ribbon. By default, there are no items included on the Quick Access toolbar. You can add items to the toolbar and remove buttons you don't need. Let's add the Open button, which activates the Open command. To display and customize the Quick Access toolbar, right-click the ribbon. The drop-down option on the left of the Quick Access toolbar includes commonly used commands, which can be added to the toolbar. Here you see a list of commands. Since the Quick Access toolbar is below the ribbon, you can display a large number of buttons. If you don't see the command you want on the menu, you can select the More Commands option to access every command offered by the program. Let's select the Open command. The Open button has been added to the Quick Access toolbar. The next time you need to open a document, you can click this button instead of using the File menu, as long as the toolbar is displayed. To remove a button from the Quick Access toolbar, you can select the command again from the Customize Quick Access toolbar menu, which removes the check mark. Or you can use the button's shortcut menu. A shortcut menu is a context-sensitive menu that is displayed by right-clicking an item. The menu that appears depends upon the window element that was clicked. Let's remove the Open button using its shortcut menu. As you can see, the Open button has been removed. As you work with Office programs, you will discover which buttons you use most frequently and can add them to the Quick Access toolbar. In addition to quickly activating commands using the Quick Access toolbar, you can use key tips to activate almost any tool in the ribbon. A key tip is similar to a keyboard shortcut. You press the Alt key in conjunction with another key to activate a command, menu, or other tool. For example, pressing Alt plus F opens the Office menu. If you do not know which key combination to use to activate a command or tool, you can display all key tips by pressing the Alt key. Try this now. As you can see, several areas of the screen now display small letters or number icons. Pressing the associated key on your keyboard activates the related command or tool. For example, pressing either uppercase or lowercase s displays the References tab. From there, you will see additional key tips to activate specific areas of the tab. Let's use key tips to open the Margins menu on the Page Layout tab.
Press P to open the Page Layout tab, and then I press M to open the Margins name. That will be on my keyboard.
Good. Now there is just one available key tip, which is the A key used to activate the Custom Margins command. You can either use the key tip to select that command or click the option on the menu. Keep in mind that the Alt plus key tip combination activates only the first level of key tips. From there, you press just the letter corresponding to the group or tool you want to activate. Now close the margins list by clicking outside the list. Now let's take a closer look at the status bar. The status bar in most Office programs displays information about the open file and also provides tools for viewing documents. Depending on the activity, other indicators might appear on the status bar. You can choose which indicators appear on the status bar by right-clicking the status bar and selecting an indicator. Let's take a look. If an item on this menu is checked, that means the item will be displayed on the status bar when it is active. For example, the permissions indicator will appear on the status bar when certain permissions are turned on. You can remove the display of an indicator by clicking the item, which removes the check mark. Let's remove the spelling and grammar check indicator. Notice that the spelling and grammar check indicator no longer appears on the status bar. Now restore the indicator and then close the menu by pressing the Escape key. The right side of the status bar contains options for viewing the document. The View buttons enable you to change how the document is displayed in the window. Right now the document is displayed in Print Layout View, which gives you a general idea of how the document will look when printed. Each View button has a screen tip. Let's take a look. The far right side of the status bar contains the zoom slider, which can be used to increase or decrease the size of the text display in the document. You can either drag the slider or click the plus and minus buttons to change the zoom level. Let's zoom in and then zoom out. Good. The zoom feature is available in most Office programs. But keep in mind that specific viewing options will vary from program to program in the Office system. In this chapter, you learned about the common features shared by most Office programs. You worked with the File menu, Office Backstage, and explored ways to use the ribbon. You also customized the Quick Access toolbar, worked with key tips, and used items on the status bar.